hear a loud fucking metal clang when he joined?
No.
Okay. Like I need it to be like just 3 things he could remember from his trip, basically, and like 2 of them are false. Just short things that are like big prophecies, but short things, you know. I still have to make it towards like something he'd remember seeing during the trip. And would kind of short form it anyway, you know?
Gotcha. I like the vibe. Invalid.
What's the vibe?
And the manner. The music.
I never did that.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Well, whatever's here is working.
Okay. I did nothing. I didn't put any music anywhere. But thanks, I appreciate it.
Hey, y'all.
Hey!
Hello.
Sorry I'm a little late, I was getting food. Oh, quick heads up, I will be having to leave at 6:50 today. Hours changed at work.
That's okay. Hopefully we can get a good bit of this done. Hopefully we can get the part I want to get done completed today.
Where is said music, sir?
It's playing for me. I didn't even touch anything. It's playing in the manor.
Is it just the standard mystery music?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that's just than our normal overview map music
Oh.
for the Barovia map.
Interesting. I don't know why it's playing, but
Sorry if this is annoying. I'm testing.
Because we were on the Barovia map. That's our activated scene, so that's what music plays.
gotcha.
I don't like what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of circles.
Shh.
Alright, I need to go into player view, see what they can see. Okay, I think we're good. Wall controls. Jacob, I see a concern if I'm going to take you over to the GM lounge real quick.
Okay.
So if you go to the house real quick. Shit.
Okay.
Is it a door? Oh, it is a door. Okay, it looked like it was a wide open archway that they could see through. Never mind. I think we're good.
Oh, you talking about
So
where they go in?
Like, I was concerned this and this were wide open archways, and that if they walk in the front door, they can see her from the front door.
Nah. I made sure all that's planned out.
Okay.
So the plan is they're going to come through here. They're going to come down to this basement here.
I can see her right here.
Wait, what? Oh, you can.
Yeah, this is open, yeah.
Yeah, that is a concern. Okay, let me fix that wall.
Yeah, I figured you wanted the right cinematic approach to where they can't see her. So that would be, for some reason, this is a split wall. Let's delete that point and move this up here, and then we'll turn it into a door. How's that sound?
Okay. I'll let you know if it updates on your...
Site normal. Update.
There we go. She's gone. There's a little crack though where that... Yeah, there you go.
Now.
Yeah, that's good there.
All right, and then we got to do the same over here. This needs to be a door with light and darkness normal, sight normal, sound normal. Update wall.
There we go. We're good. And that's going to be a locked door.
All right, that looks good to me. Let me reset the light. And I can't see shit. Good. Close this door. Close this door. Reset again. And now I'm blind. Let me make sure we can't see through the windows. Because Brad will probably run around this and see inside. Yeah, you can see through these windows. So just give all these windows light restriction. You know how to do that?
Nope.
All right, so go to wall controls.
I see them.
Then
Let's
see
see.
all the blue ones. Just double click them and set light restriction to normal. Why can we see anyway? Yeah, I can still see. Weird. Hold on. Let me just delete these. We're gonna just turn them into regular walls. Now we can't see inside.
Good.
Gotta make sure the cinematic approach is always accurate, right?
Right.
All right, now I gotta reset the light, and we're good to go. No looky-loos. All right, we'll go back.
All right.
All good.
Hey, I
All
can't open my journal because I can't find it.
Ah, shit.
The journals might have moved a little bit. Character journals.
And also my character sheet.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling us to do a cache clear. I should probably do that. Because
Yeah,
my
control
menus are all
F5.
busted. Yep.
Do I have to do that?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Control F5. Where are their journals? Where'd you put them?
I
looks like
put
all their
them-
journals are gone, bud.
I put them under archived event backstories, and then in their own individual folder. I guess that doesn't work.
I mean, I can give them access to that.
Yep, I'm still not seeing any of Skeletino's.
Yeah, hold on, I got you. Gazrin,
Character stuff
figure. Are you like clicking the button in your hotbar?
Yeah,
That might be broken.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
it
my
just-
Double
character
click on
menus-
your picture above your hotbar.
I don't have that.
All right, hold on, I'll be over there in a second. I gotta figure out. I'm
Yeah.
confused. Roll has 2 folders. Shrek has a folder for some reason.
Okay,
Brad does not have a folder.
that is not what I'm looking for. There it is.
Yeah, my character sheet's goofed. It's only showing the bio.
Here, I'm gonna rename this one. That is.
You might need ownership of your character sheet anymore.
Hello.
Perhaps.
Rock owner right now on Casper.
Oh, okay. Now I see everything.
Yeah, sorry. We actually did a big update with everything before this session. So instead of being on Foundry Virtual Tabletop 13, we're on 14 now in the latest Pathfinder edition. So maybe we might get some new toys and stuff, and maybe it's going to be a little bit less buggy.
It also, I also had to mention it wasn't just an update. I started an entirely new instance and moved the other one over to this one. So
Yeah, it's on a
because
different.
This is an easier management engine.
Yeah, like what hosts it, he changed.
There we go. That's better. Okay, I have my stuff now.
Yeah, everybody should be able to see their character sheets now. Journals were slightly updated. We're missing. So I don't think Blorio ever had one, to be honest. But
No, I don't think he did.
That's not the one I need.
We'll have to update Asha whenever she comes.
I already did hers.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I have
now
level
the
up, but it won't let me level up.
now the journal I need is hidden from me. What the fuck? It won't open.
Oh, I gotta enable that module. Shit. Okay, hold on.
Because I opened it and then.
PF2E, level up wizard, save, reload. Enjoy.
What?
I had to enable the module so you could level up. I want to get this done as fast as possible so we don't have these fucking tech problems in the middle of the session.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can only test them when. Well, I guess we can test them when y'all aren't here.
I mean, we can test them. It's just figuring out whether or not they work. Because there's things we're not thinking about until we get to it, you know?
Right.
I mean, if you guys
Everybody-
need someone to test, I'm pretty reliably available, especially now that I don't work at the Y anymore.
It's more just things we don't think about, you know?
Fair enough.
Because we did a massive update. And we have a lot of modules, and we're actually slimmed down to maybe 63 out of the 147 we were running before. And 63 is still a lot to test. Also, Jacob decided on a new system where we're using an external tool to help us organize our journals. So we then now have to learn where everything actually went, but it's better organized. Because our journals were a mess before.
Yeah, they really were. I couldn't deal with it anymore. It was like, you know, trying to find everything. So I was like, okay, we gotta organize this. We gotta get this in some kind of organization.
Yeah.
Because especially now I have like archived events, and because of that, like stuff that we've completed, I can put in archived events, and I can focus on having a separate folder that's like upcoming things, so I don't have to hunt for what we're working on that session. Fuzzy, we don't have any dragon right now, unfortunately. That's way later in the story.
You're all gonna notice here in a second, as soon as we go to start the session. So let me know when that's ready, Jacob.
Wait, what's ready?
Whenever you're just ready to start the session.
Okay. Let me know when you're settled, Skeletina.
I got everything.
Okay, we all good, everybody?
Yep.
Catherine?
Ready?
Yeah, I just see black, but I'm sure that's normal right now.
Let me actually open my other browser so I know. Because I don't.
You just see a
I'm on
black
my
screen,
DM account.
Catherine?
Yes.
Reload or
Just
refresh your
black screen.
page again. It might be failing to load.
Yeah, I think we're on the map screen.
It's
Yeah.
very darkened.
Oh yeah, I forgot we added the darkness because of yeah, we need to fix that. We added the darkness because we accidentally undid the fog of war. So
Do you want the darkness gone, or?
yeah, lighten the regular map back up.
Alright, we'll figure out.
All right, so
Now.
just to kind of get y'all started, do y'all remember who's carrying the Philosopher's Stone?
Rolled, yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, I didn't know I had that.
Rold's carrying the Philosopher's Stone. Also,
Recording
Rob-
started.
oh, there we go. Cool. I was actually just about to ask you. we got a new transcript bot, so it transcribes everything so we can keep track of the session and whatever everything is talked about. And it tracks who's saying what, so really awesome.
Oh. Okay.
So y'all are going through the woods. Y'all get closer to the manor, just to kind of catch you up a little bit, Rolled. Trying to remember where you got left out of. I think last session it was the stone had come back. It was reforged back at the Mage's Manor, or the Mage's Lair, the Royal Mage. What's that?
I said tight.
And there was an introduction of part of the cult actually showed up, and they realized they couldn't stop the ritual. It was too late because there was a barrier around everybody. They formed the Philosopher's Stone, and the Philosopher's Stone did not fully awaken. So from there, the stone actually pulled them in a direction they needed to go. And the mage actually had heard about somebody in this direction that was willing to help the Inconsequentials. So y'all headed westbound. Giaro ate some interesting pickles. Everybody had some pickles, but he had special pickles. He's in a special state, and you're going to find out through this session. Y'all cut past where y'all got that the large castle where the cult previously took the princess's life. Y'all went past it, and y'all found an opening y'all hadn't seen before in the woods. So at this point, y'all are now traveling through the woods. As you're going through the woods, Rold, you would actually notice that the stone is getting warmer as you travel. Every hour that goes by that you're traveling through these woods, it's just getting warmer and warmer and warmer. And Skeletina, you actually feel it most acutely. Not the warmth, the change in the network. Something that was scattered across every shard in Barovia is pulling inward now. Not gone, not contained, but oriented, moving towards something like a tide that has been choosing its direction for a very long time and has finally decided. By the time the tree line thins and the manor comes into the view, stone is warm enough that whoever carries it has been trading it between hands without discussing why. Aether, once you arrive at the manor, it does not look like a place where good things happen. It sits back from the road, far enough that the tree line nearly swallows it. A wide, asymmetrical building of dark stone that someone cleared, expanded without planning. Additions bolted to additions until the original structure is barely visible beneath the weight of what was piled onto it. Every window glows a different shade of purple or amber. Pipes running along the exterior walls like veins. From somewhere deep inside, machinery hums in a rhythm that almost sounds like a heartbeat. So you arrive, and you go through a gate, come upon a door. The gate looks like it's been open for quite some time. And as you stand there, the door opens. A wave of warm air escapes, oil, copper, and something faintly sweet. Underneath that, no one can quite name something that sits in the back of the throat. The man introduces himself. I'm Dr. Dornik Gorvilach, or Gorlovich. He stands at the top of the entrance of the stairwell, his arms spread wide, the tails of his long soot-streaked coat hanging open over a vest covered in instruments, vials, and tools that hang from every pocket and loop. He is short, even by dwarven standards, barrel-chested, with a beard that has been pushed out of the way rather than maintained, and his eyes that are very, very bright behind small, round spectacles. He looks at you the way that he looks at an audience that has finally arrived for the performance. There you are. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. You also, at this point, notice it almost looks like a tuning fork hanging from his chest. It's rather large in size, but it's black like obsidian. You notice that he seems to hold this whenever he's talking. Come in. I have something to show you. When he steps in,
Old's gonna go in after. Oh god, I'm lagging a bit.
Gloria.
God.
Brad.
Sorry.
As you walk in, you notice that there's machinery lying around. It hisses. The walls are lit. So he walks into the first door. He smiles. He opens the next door. He walks into the room. You look around as you enter the room. It's a gallery lit from both the floor channels, both walls of glass cylinders, floor to ceiling. You see about 41 glass cylinders that are lying around. They're all the same little girl, and none of them are finished. The last 3 are perfect. They are indistinguishable. Each cylinder has a small brass plate, a number, a date, and no names. So he walks in without stopping, gesturing left-handed at the whole wall as if at weather. 41. People hear that and they hear failure. It's the opposite of failure. 41 is how many times a thing has to be wrong before it can be right. And every one of these told me exactly which part I had misunderstood. He walks over and he taps a cylinder. 19 taught me the hands. You cannot start at the heart. Everyone starts at the heart. The heart is easy. The hands are where a person keeps their habits. He does not seem to stop, and he is delighted. He walks over, coming over to the next, and he stops and places his hand on the next cylinder and says, 34, open her eyes for 9 seconds. She looked at me. She was frightened. Gentlemen, a thing cannot be frightened unless there is someone inside it to be frightened. 9 seconds. I did not sleep for a week. And I've never been happier in my life. He pauses and he just looks to see if anybody has any remarks before he continues.
Curious as to the purpose behind building these automatons.
So might work. I've been doing it a long time. People tell me it's not possible. I seem to think that the Heartstone is capable of more than what people lead it to be. I think that it can bring life. I believe that it can bring things back that were once lost. And I believe that we are not stored in flesh, but in soul. Our body is separate from who we are. And we simply just have to build a home for it to come to.
I heard some nomads I traveled with back in my homeland say similar things. How the earth reclaims our souls. It is our final body. This, though, is... Rold kind of looks around, not exactly nervously, but just taking everything in. This is definitely a new way of looking at it.
Some of them, they were briefly alive for a moment. So is she. So I would gently suggest, are you? You are simply a machine that came assembled and has never had to think about it. You're probably about to ask whether that troubles me. It did, around number 12. Then I decided that being troubled was a luxury I could not afford. And the work could not survive. And I put it down. I've been enormously useful since.
See.
You actually...
You said you... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Now, you said that you had a manner of perhaps aiding us in our quest. I assume it has something to do with your studies on souls and these automatons.
I do, but this tour must be complete first. I will show you my masterpiece at the end.
Very well.
If you actually look around at these various different formations of automaton that are around you, there's something that looks like it sits in the seat, or seats in the center of its chest.
I'm actually going to turn my head and look at the one closest to me, inspecting that chest cavity.
I
What
see
is
your...
this chest cavity about?
Well, of what I've talked about, what do you think goes there?
A Heartstone, if I had to take a guess.
You would be correct. The Heartstone is what I seem to build these automatons around, and they make it all possible. These machines, they did not succeed in coming to life, so something has failed. But, no matter the case, they still manage to twitch and come to life every now and then. Still have something in them that wishes to live. And they seem to be rather fond of me. Now, if you wouldn't mind, Yarrow, I'm going to take a step back. If you wouldn't mind stepping to my right side, I'm going to lead y'all to the next of the tour.
Did he just straight up know Yara's name?
Fellas, I need you to move out of the way. You are walking in the way of which we need to go. We need to go this way.
Oh.
Okay.
Our apologies.
For some reason, I'm gonna move you, Skeletina. For some reason, it won't let me actually, it won't let me navigate him with the arrow keys.
All right, through this way. This is my kitchen, my usual place of where I take care of other business. And for now, we're gonna go down to the basement.
Oh boy, a basement. Nothing ever goes wrong in the basements.
So, coming down here, these are some of my successes.
I can't quite seem to get in.
Oh?
It's a click, not a touch.
I'm clicking it.
Odd.
Player tokens can leave this area here.
Hold on, I'm gonna respawn you real quick. Maybe that'll resolve it.
My mouse decided to die at the worst time, so it just moved me.
Okay, I will just bring you in there, Catherine. I don't know why it isn't teleporting you.
Okay, well, my view is still in this map.
Yeah, I got
Okay,
you.
there we go.
Shame that the Notebot can't pick up the guitar twangs from Brad's guitar.
So as you walk in, you see the room is long, low, smells of straw and hot copper. You see stalls around. You see that they're occupied by different dogs.
These are some of my greatest accomplishments, ones that actually did survive. This was actually without the method of using the Heartstone, but unfortunately it only applies to animals. I can't seem to regenerate the same result with human beings. It seems we're more complex.
Now, when you look at these dogs, the wrong and specific ways of things assembled by someone who cared. Seams closed with small, even stitches, a foreleg that doesn't match its partner, a rib cage under the skin that clicks softly and regularly. One has no lower jaw and a brass plate in its place, polished by bright eyes. All 7 watched all of you come in. None of them barked. In the nearest stall, an old gray hound gets up and comes over and pushes its head against Gorlovich's hand, its tail wagging.
This is Tobble. Tobble has been dead for 11 years. He was the first thing I brought back that stayed.
He scratches his ear behind the brass plate.
Everything before him came back hollow. Moving, breathing, nobody's home. Tobble came back and he was rude. He was rude in exactly the way he had always been rude. He stole from my plate on the first evening.
He looks up at you.
That's when I knew it was possible. Not the heart, not the lungs, not the rudeness. Whatever a creature is, it is not in the meat. It's not gone when the meat stops. And it can be persuaded back if you build somewhere worth coming back to.
He's still scratching the dog, and he says,
11 years is a long time for a dog. Longer than he had the first time. He does not sleep anymore. I do not know whether he misses it. He has no way to tell me. I have no way to ask. That's one thing about this work I have not solved.
Can I pet him?
Rold is noticeably uncomfortable in this room.
Gorlovich steps to the side. He seems to pull out a notepad and begins taking notes. The dog actually comes up and approaches Blorio, and he's wagging his tail.
It's okay. I pet him.
He leans into your hand and seems to sit. He doesn't pant because he has a brass plate for a jaw. Doesn't have a tongue. He just looks at you and smiles with his upper teeth.
All right.
I bet
It's not usual that he tends to like people. This is very noteworthy for my studies.
okay, fair enough.
Now, on to the next part of the tour.
Oh, I'm not here.
Back upstairs. Brad, what are
Oh,
you doing?
this one worked.
All right, you said you're not there, so I'm gonna bring you back.
Yep, there I am. Okay. Hello.
Oh, you
Sorry,
were
my
over
bad.
there.
Yeah,
Double Skeletina.
my mouse died, and then I had to find a battery. So we're good now.
This
Let me
is why you should switch to corded sis.
Well, that fucking battery lasted forever, and it was one of the rechargeable ones. And then I went to get another one, and Rob didn't have any.
Oh, what brand?
Ask him that.
Drop here? There he is, he's moving. Catching up.
Let's see. Okay, we're not missing anybody.
Yep.
He continues to walk. He heads up the stairs. And now we're gonna get to where my research has really been leading me.
I don't like this.
I think any of us like this.
Ah, shit. Wrong button.
That zoom me in. Oh, fuck that.
All right.
Oh, come on. It's like
Jacob,
the
I don't
fucking
like this.
Shining Girls.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
If you'll come this way, don't worry, they won't harm you as long as I'm here.
As long as you're here.
So, every Heartstone that is in Barovia, that I've been able to locate, 406. Height is depth of resonance. The threads are what talks to what.
He points at a cluster of dark points near the middle of the map in front of him.
Those went out in the spring. These other ones, this summer. The network is dying. And it's dying from the inside outward, which is the wrong direction for anything natural, and the right direction for something being drained. Now, one of the things that might be concerning, he stops and he looks at Skeletina. He says, means that when it goes, you go with it, unless somebody moves you. He smiles pleasantly, and I can move you. Not today. Today I am showing you why you will come back.
Interesting. Fuck.
Whenever
All
Roy's
right.
standing still, his the heel of his right boot starts tapping against the ground nervously.
All right. That's all I have for you here. Now we will journey our way back down.
I gotta move. I hate that I can't use my arrow keys for this. I don't know why it's doing that.
Have you tried WASD? That's what I normally use.
Oh,
I
there we
tried
go.
using that earlier, but I also wasn't in the scene, so it didn't work for me. Leave. Oh, I don't like that it zooms me so close in. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to make our final stop before the masterpiece. Come with me. And I assure you, this is going to be the least pleasant room of the entire tour. For it is where my work gets its roots. But I assure you, nothing will hurt you as long as you don't go behind the bolted door.
So are we going behind the bolted door?
There's a reason I have the door bolted.
Oh.
Something that I awoken and I cannot seem to tame it. It troubles me. And, not sure when that will occur. But it's something that perplexes me every day.
You're not
Damn it, the right
concerned with living with something that could bust out at any second?
Well, that's why I have it behind the door. Of course I know it can break out, but I do everything I can to keep it hidden.
Perhaps we could help you. Maybe either help you tame the beast or vanquish it.
Perhaps, but that will be for another day. Now I can see him. All right. So as you walk in, the cold comes out first. Not cellar cold, meat cold. The kind that's been maintained. And the door is all the way open, and he is standing in it, holding it, and waiting. You see bodies laid around on different slabs, laid out with real care, hands folded, hair arranged, each one under a clean sheet turned down to the collarbone, the way you would turn down a bed. There are perhaps 30. They're adults, they're children. And he points over to the left, down here. Oh, wrong button. And that's where the bolted door is. Just try not to go in. This is all its material, kept properly. The single greatest obstacle to this work is not knowing, or is not knowledge. It is freshness. Cannot learn anything from a body 3 days gone. And the world is very much reluctant to supply them faster than that. He gestures very gently towards the racks, or the slabs. Every one of them was going into the ground to no purpose whatsoever. Now they are going into the ground, having advanced the position. I did not kill any of them. I want that said plainly, because people assume, and the assumption is both insulting and inefficient. Kind of pauses for a moment. So, let me see. If you look around, you actually, some of them might even be recognizable. You might see some people that were from the cult that you fought. You might see Marta. You might come across anybody who's familiar. But before he gives you a chance, he says, "All right, we shall now finally get to the masterpiece."
A moment, actually. There don't happen to be any small children recently dead by poisoning, do there? Rold's tone is not dangerous, but definitely a certain level of icy.
Oh! Why, yes, it was a girl that I came across. She came in quite recently, in fact. And while I do not know her name, I do know she came from Valaki, and it seems that she had exhibited some kind of poison. She lays on the table over there.
Rold silently approaches the table. Goody.
Apparently this whole time my mic wasn't working. I want to mention that as Rold made his statement about the girl, and Garo kind of snaps out of his intoxication and notices Goldfinger.
Rold is standing over Arena before he takes a singular piece of malachite he's been holding on to for a while and gently sets it upon her chest before turning away.
You notice that she's not on a rack or on a slab like the others are. She's on a table, as if she's kind of there in a sort of presentative manner. She's very well taken care of. It's a very clean sheet, turned down the same way as the other, hands folded the same way, and her hair has been arranged. He kept her apart from them, and he took some care.
Rold is going to turn to the doctor, and while not actively angry, there is definitely a fury about him. I want it made clear that the person who was within that body was important to me. If I find, I would much rather her be put back into the ground and be laid to rest than be made into an automaton.
We can have that arranged, and before we do that, I shall show you my masterpiece, and then we shall discuss.
That would be best. We can go now.
All right. So he begins to venture his way back.
Whatever nervousness Rold had about the bodies is now replaced with not outright anger, but a definitive. There's definitely hints of Rold not being too happy with what's going on here now.
Is that not the... Hold on.
Oh.
I can't leave.
A lock for you. What's going on? Where is it?
Somebody's gonna have to drag me and Brad out. 'Cause I can't leave. Oh, there we go.
Red's
Freedom!
currently, no internet, so
Freedom!
I'll see if I can do it. You keep going, Jacob.
Okay. I'll keep Brad moving.
I got Gloria. Or not. That's what I'm saying. You can keep going.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So he makes his way back to the manor. Cold room closes, clasps his hand, and the mood breaks. He's cheerful again. The change, you notice immediately, it's almost jarring. It's more jarring here than it would have been anywhere else in the house. He walks back. Right, that is the house. You've been very patient, and I have been very rude. I have talked to you for a quarter of an hour. Now, you notice that he locks the door to the house, and he starts to make his way into another room. This last one is the only room I cannot show you twice. You know, I heard about your group some months ago. Through various channels. You made quite the impression on certain people.
Recording in progress.
Hello.
He doesn't look back when he says it. I thought, when my recent project reached completion, that you were exactly the right audience. Some achievements deserve to be witnessed by people who understand what they cost. He stops in front of a large set of double doors. You see a light coming from underneath it. And there's a hum coming from behind the door. There's a sweet smell. But he does not go in yet. He stops at the double door. Oh dear. He pulls out his pocket watch, looking at the time. Seems genuinely in dismay. I do apologize. I have to go. I had rather hoped to be here for this, but there's appointments a man does not move, and I have moved this one twice already. He places a hand flat on the door, as if affectionate, the way you would touch a horse. And this ballroom is my masterpiece. I use the word carefully. I've used it once before in my life, and I was wrong that time.
I've locked the rest of the manor. Safety concerns, you understand. The gallery, the cellar. Although the crypt I have left open, just make sure you don't go behind that bolted door. It surely won't end well. If you go in there after I leave, the creatures won't take to you too kindly. They are not unkind, they simply do not know you, and I will not be here to introduce you. I would take that seriously. I'm not in the habit of exaggerating, and I have never once needed to. I will leave the front door unlocked, but you can make your exit whenever you please. Stay as long as you like. It will lock behind you. And without a
Garrel's gonna
word...
quickly turn around and shut the door and try and block him in.
Oh, I...
Rolled
He's like, whatever you
moves
are
and also
attempting to
blocks
put us
off.
through, you are going to experience this with us.
I assure you I have already experienced that myself. But... if you surely do wish for me to be here, I shall. I leave the door to you.
Rold's gonna be the one to approach it.
Garrel remains at the door and kind of blocks it.
Hazard will position himself behind Roll.
And door's open. Rold enters.
Oh, sorry, I had to, there you go.
Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. 1 second. Either some manor handouts.
After you, Doctor.
Okay, problem. I don't have the handout button anymore. Why do I not have the handout
right-
button anymore?
Right click, show to player.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
See. The room is vast and almost entirely empty, except for the machinery lining its walls. And then the soft blue glow that runs into channels along the floor towards the center, where the light concentrates, where the pulse is strongest. And standing in the center of that light, surrounded by it, is a little girl. She's dressed carefully. Small, dark, navy dress with a white collar. Black shoes, hair arranged with evident care. She stands very straight with her hands folded in front of her. Her face is Arena's face exactly. Her face, or her eyes are closed, there is a faint clicking from somewhere inside her chest. Regular, rhythmic, like a clock keeping perfect time. Behind them, the doors swing back against the wall, and the sound of it carries across all that empty floor. Her eyes open. They are purple. Not purple of illness or damage. The purple of a Heartstone, warm, lit from within, pulsing faintly with each click. She turns, and she sees the party entering. Something in her face, and whatever is behind her face, processes what she finds there, searches through what she has, and finds what she's looking for. Her eyes settle on Rold. Rold? Her voice is almost right. Almost. There's a faint resonance in it. A slight delay, like a music box that runs one half turn slow. Is that you? I never thought I'd see you again. She looks to you and she takes a step forward. The light in front of the floor channel pulses with each step, and she says, "I'm so happy you're alive. Oh, the wonders." She stops and her head tilts forward. The light in her eyes dims. The clicking continues once, twice, 3 times. She straightens and then the light returns. "Oh, the rest of the people are here too. You have some new ones I haven't seen." She looks at each party member with a slight delay, cataloging, finding each face. "I hope you've been well rolled. I thought Valaki was the last time I'd..." And then she dims again, goes still, head forward, hands still folded. The clicking slows. steadies. She straightens again, slower this time. She stops and she looks at you, Rolled.
Rold is mostly speechless. Before taking a knee to better match the mechanized arena's height.
She stops and she... Go ahead.
I never got the chance. Even if it's just your spirit. I'm sorry for not making it there in time to save you.
She stops and she tilts her head slightly and she looks at your side and she sees that Sir Fluff is there and she says, You kept him. You kept him all this time.
It was your final request, and I aim to see it through. But now that I found you again, would you take him back?
She would nod her head. She'd reach out her hands.
Rold carefully takes the plushie he's been carrying with him ever since Valaki and gently sets it into Arena's hands. And that debt is not paid.
She grasps it and she holds it close. Stops for a moment and she thinks and she says, Well, I know it's here. I can't feel it. I haven't felt anything for quite some time. And she kind of shuts down again for a moment. Her head leans forward, her eyes dim, and then she straightens back up again. And she looks at you and she says, Have you been eating enough? You look tired. I know you forget to eat.
It's a tiredness that food alone cannot solve, but perhaps now, maybe I can finally get some good rest. And Rold is, after saying that, he's a bit more, not as full as he was when he first started his adventure, but there's a definitive strength behind him again as he rises to his feet.
So, as he's sitting there, let's see. She has a moment of lucidity. She looks at her hands for a long time and she presses her palms to her chest where the clicking is. She says, I can feel it. My heart. I can't feel it at all. Usually I can feel it when I run, when I'm scared or I'm excited. And she reaches up and she grabs your hand and she places it over her heart. That's not the same thing, is it?
No, child. It is not. Certain aspects have changed, but know that I still care for you the same. The same as when I found you in that cave. When we helped free you from your father.
She begins to
speak. No matter what form you take.
She begins to speak. She says, Am I? And then she seems to go still again, and her eyes go dim. She leans forward, and then she straightens back up, her eyes lighting up. As she comes back up, she doesn't even try to finish the sentence. She then takes a moment, walks over. She looks out the window. And it looks like it's late afternoon. The amber kind of light that comes through, the kind that makes everything look warm. She watches it for a moment. She says, I'm really tired, Rold. A way I don't have a word for. He looks back at you. Is that okay to be tired? Without a word for it?
Yes, I've been feeling that way much since we last saw each other in Vlaki.
Garo kind of walks up to Kazrin and just kind of whispers in his ear, "The doctor's gone."
Rold carefully approaches the arena automaton. Maybe you could find somewhere for you to lie down. See if just resting regularly might help.
When you get close to her, suddenly her eyes lock on to where you're holding the Philosopher's Stone. She stops and she tilts her head, almost as if she could hear it, almost as if it's speaking to her. She looks and she says, What is that?
It's part of our current mission. We met someone and they passed. Unfortunately, they are too important to pass. It's to bring them back.
She stops for a moment. She seems to be still, but she doesn't seem to shut down this time. She stays present this time, looking at the stone. The clicking in her chest begins to change rhythm, slightly faster, then slower, then steady again. She looks to you and she says, "It's sad." She's not describing the feeling about it. She's just describing what she perceives. It's looking for something. She looks up at you, then back at the stone. I think I can hear something inside of it, very faint, like someone calling from far away.
Can you make out what it's saying?
I can't hear what it's saying, but maybe it's something I can help with.
Maybe.
She looks at the stone, at the warm light, trying to breathe inside of it. And then, Roll, give me a perception check.
Oh no, I'm scared now. Initiative, just give me a regular perception. I lost all my fancy buttons again.
Not
Alright.
caffeinated enough for this emotional shit.
31. Roll, do you look around the room and you notice that there's something interesting over here? It looks like a letter on a desk. And it seems that it's got a stamp on it. It's got a dragon's eye with crystals surrounding it. I'll show you what it looks like.
Alright. Oh, I see. Irina, may I read that letter on the desk over there? And Rolled carefully points.
She nods her head, but the doctor seemed to have left that here after he read it. I think he forgot.
Rold's going to turn and grab the letter, picking it up. Is the letter sealed, or is it open at all?
It is actually open.
Alright, Rold is going to read the letter.
Real quick, Kazrin, Rob, you actually don't detect any magic. You just noticed that the window is open and he made his getaway while nobody was paying attention to him.
Fucker.
You open the letter. It says, to the Artificer of Aetherstone Manor, from the Office of the Blood Matron, Cult of the Heartstone. Marked confidential. Destroy after reading. Gorlovich, you have not destroyed the previous correspondence. I've noted this. We will not discuss it. The following represents a summary of intelligence gathered by our assets embedded in the Vallaki City Guard, supplemented by field observations from our operatives currently tracking the group known as the Inconsequentials. You are receiving this because we believe the information is directly relevant to the next phase of your work. And because of the high voice has authorized the use of your facility for the purposes that extend beyond your original commission. Let us be specific about what we have learned. The Inconsequentials have proven more resilient than anticipated. They have survived encounters that have been designed to end them. They have recovered components of a ritual we intended to prevent. They have cost us operatives, resources, and time. The High Voice does not believe they can be broken by conventional pressure. He believes, and we concur, that the correct approach is not to break them from the outside, but to introduce a fracture from within. We have identified the fracture point. His name is Rold. The one they call Rold is their foundation in ways none of them have articulated aloud. He was their leader before he stepped down from it. He is the person the others orient towards when something goes wrong. He carries a suppression seal of significant age and craftsmanship. Our scholars have reviewed the field descriptions provided by our asset and are in agreement that the seal was applied under extraordinary circumstances at considerable cost to contain something the original architects considered genuinely dangerous. We do not know yet the full nature of what the seal suppresses. We know it is significant. We know it has been stable for years. We believe it is no longer stable. Our asset reports that since arriving in Barovia and handling Heartstone shards, Rold has demonstrated abilities inconsistent with the seal's documented parameters. He has moved objects that should be immovable. He has exerted force with no natural explanation. Our scholars believe the Heartstone network is threading itself into his physiology, that the dragon is finding him interesting, in whatever way the dragon finds things interesting, and that this resonance is eroding the seal from the inside. The seal will eventually break, that much appears certain. What we can influence is the conditions of the man when it does. The seal breaks differently in a man who is whole than a man who is carrying grief he cannot put down, a man who is stable, focused, surrounded by people he trusts. That man's breaking may produce something ungovernable, something that cannot be directed. A man who has been made to suffer a specific kind of loss, a kind with no logic to it, no exit from it. That man's breaking is a different manner entirely. His attention fractures, his judgment clouds. He reaches for things that are not there and finds nothing and reaches again. He becomes, in short, something he cannot, or that can be shaped. We want to shape what comes out when the seal breaks. The girl is the mechanism. Our asset has been thorough. Roll's attachment to the younger Dunlap girl, Irina, is documented across multiple reports. He held her in a cave and decided she was his responsibility. He watched her return healthier in Vallaki and permitted himself to believe the world had decided to leave her alone. He was holding her when she died. He has her doll. Our asset notes this last detail specifically. He kept the doll. That is the kind of detail that tells you everything about the weight a person is already carrying and how much more they can be made to bear. The girl's body is yours to work with. The commission stands as discussed. You will rebuild her. You will make her functional enough to be recognizable. You will ensure that when they see her, they believe for long enough to matter that something of her remains. The point is not the experiment. We want to be clear about this. The experiment is incidental. Your work, your methods, your results are your own affair. The point is that they feel when they see it, specifically what Rold feels. The grief of finding her again in that condition, combined with whatever you choose to reveal to them about how she came to be there and who arranged for it, will produce a weight he will not be able to put down. Grief of that specific kind does not stay in the chest. It migrates. It finds the seal. It works at it from the inside, the way water works at stone, slowly and then all at once. It will make his seal weaken. He could become what we want, not despite the loss, because of it. Ensure they understand she was chosen, not found, not convenient, chosen because of him, specifically because of him. We want that knowledge to be the last thing they carry out of your manor. Make it count. By the hand of Sister Vera Kalthus, Blood Matron, Cult of the Heartstone. P.S. The High Voice extends his compliments on your previous work. He finds your methods primitive, but your results are acceptable. He also asks you not to be present when they reach the girl. He prefers you mobile. Do you read it aloud to everybody?
He does not. Roll just calmly folds the letter shut before handing it to Skeletina.
Yarrow
And
now
then-
takes the moment to inform Rold that the doctor is gone.
I am aware.
I'll take the letter from Rold.
Rold then reapproaches Arena. Oh, that's a wall.
She stops and she's quiet for a moment. The clicking in her chest is steady. She says, "The lady in your stone has been in there a long time." She says it like the way that the sky is gray today, a fact that she has simply noted. I think she's tired too. And she looks up at you. I think I can go in after her. I think I can find her and help her. Find the way out, but she stops. She looks at her hands. Worked it out in her head now. She knows what the means. Or what the but means. I think I was meant to help her, but if I do it, Rold, I don't think I'll come back. I think I'm going in would use everything I have left. He doesn't
Rold-
seem afraid. Go
Rold
ahead.
takes a shaking knee. I have always said before, it is up to you to have the strength to make these choices. I will not make it for you, Arena.
She states to you as if children do, the way they tell the truth, just plainly, without softening. She says, I'm really tired anyways. Way I don't have a word for.
Rold
He
gives
reaches-
a knowing nod.
She reaches up and she takes your hand. Her small mechanical hand clicking softly, too cool, the wrong kind of weight. She says, I already got to see you again. That's what I wanted when I was thinking about it. When I was thinking about what I wished for. It was that. She looks at the stone, then at Sir Fluff. She looks back to you. Is she important?
Very. The weight of the world hangs on her revival.
She nods her head. She says, then it's okay. You can say yes. I want you to be the one who says yes. She holds her gaze with you.
Yes, Arena. Help her.
She places a hand on your cheek and she says, it's okay, Rold. She holds out her hand for the stone.
Rold, with taking the hand that's not currently on Arena's, shakily retrieves the stone and holds it out.
She holds the Philosopher's Stone and places it in both hands. The clicking in her chest changes, not slowing exactly, but deepening, the rhythm dropping in pitch, becoming something less mechanical and more like breathing. The light inside the stone responds immediately, waking the way an ember wakes when you breathe on it. Not all at once, but in stages, each one a little brighter. She closes her eyes. Oh, says softly. She's very far in. The channels in the floor pulse once, twice, 3 times, brighter each time. Blue light running around outward from her feet like ripples. I can hear her. She doesn't know how to come back. She's been in there so long she doesn't remember what out feels like. The light in the stone is building now. Not the unfinished sleeping light from before, but something warmer, more complex. The light of something that has recognized what it is. I'm going to show her, she says. Her voice starts to become faint. The clicking is slowing. It's okay. It feels like going to sleep. The right kind. She is still for a long moment. The light in the stone continues to build, to breathe, to become something unmistakably alive. Around the manor, the machines begin to slow. The hums drop, the channels dim. The ones beneath her feet, those are brighter than ever. But the ones that run outward through the manor, feeding everything else, they go dark one by one like stars going out at dawn. The clicking stops. The light in her eyes goes the way a sunset goes, in stages, each one lower than the last, until there is only the warmth of what was there. Then that too is gone. She sits down where she is, gently, as if she decided to. Her head tilts forward, her hands still curled around the stone, loosen, and the stone is there in her lap, warm and fully awake, and breathing with light that fills the room. You also notice...
Roll just kind of falls forward onto his arms, shaking.
Skeletina puts a hand on Rolled and then starts reciting the prayer of last rites. So, O Saren Ray, Everlight divine, guide the soul with your gentle flame into peace beyond the veil. Cleanse their spirit with your mercy, forgive their wrongs, renew their light, and free them from all pain. Let them rest in your warm embrace, where dawn never fades to night, and love burns ever bright. Amen.
She sits in the ballroom, sitting where she sat down, her hands in her lap, head tilted forward. She looks like she just fell asleep holding something. The mechanics of her body are still, not cold exactly, not the cold of unliving, the cold of something that has finished its work. Philosopher's Stone is alive in a way it was not before, warm, breathing, fully awake, pulling in no direction because it found what it needed. Whatever Alira's scattered consciousness left in the network, whatever remained of her in that vast interconnected dark, Irina found it, showed the way out. She held the door. The stone now seems to pull back in the direction of the Royal Mage's lair.
Rold rises to his feet, tears streaming down his face. The cult wanted a monster of me. They have one now. And then Rold pulls out the dagger he had been making, turning away from Irina and just kind of facing this general carpet area here before slashing his own hand and dripping a little blood onto the floor. By this right, I invoke a blood feud, and it shall not be done until the cult is ground to ash beneath my heel. We have work to do. Rold goes back to the arena, the shell of what was arena, and gently takes both the Heartstone and Sir Fluff from it. I am sorry, the one, that the world is so cruel.
The house remains still. It's quiet. Nothing seems to be going on. The door to the way out remains open.
We should leave before the cult gets here. In the state I'm in, I don't want to think about what may happen. Before we go, though, there is one other matter I must attend to.
Rolled, as
Roll
you're
just...
as
sorry,
you're
Felix, you go
walking
ahead.
through that area, you seem to kind of stumble over something. You look down and it looks like Orlovich left his notes on the ground.
A fool. Rold's going to pick up the notes and put them into his bag temporarily, not looking to read them.
Okay.
He's got something much more important on his mind first.
Kiara, are you coming with us? It's so funny. I heard a yeah from the distance.
Yeah, Rob, your mic's not working again. There it is.
I don't know why it's doing this. That's like cut off like 5 or 6 times this session so far. I always have some kind of fucking tech problem. Where are we?
Going to the maze, but I got stuck. Hang on, I might have to reload. Oopsies.
There's actually quite a few times I've been trying to like roleplay this session, and
Your mic's just fucking you over.
yeah,
Damn.
I can't leave.
I can't leave either. We love a good tech issue.
I did leave, but it crashed. Or I think it crashed. It's
Yeah.
just hanging.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I
there we
think
go.
my
I think I'm
token
in.
left.
Here we go.
Where
Yep.
am I?
Same here.
Okay, I'm back. I'm in the wrong map. I need to go to the maze.
Sorry, I dropped my pick and I couldn't find it.
All good.
Was the maze not in here?
Yeah,
I
I
think-
am not.
It's
There we go.
black with doors.
I see everything.
All right, I'm here. I can also see. World's just.
Oh, how do I take a screenshot of this?
Just reload your page, Michaela.
I just want to
Oh,
show you
no.
what it
Oh no.
looks like.
No, I can't. Use the doors again.
Let's reload this.
Okay.
Felix.
Yep.
Rold is going to lift Irina's body from the crypt
Oh, there.
before turning and walking back out.
All right.
Kazrin, you're seeing Rold walk past you, just fireman carrying Irina's body.
Is
So
that
he would
Buzzing
double take
Rob
and
or
leave with him.
somebody else?
Okay. I think I'm good now. I had to update Steel Series GG. All right, what did we do? Because I couldn't hear. While we were
He,
in
uh,
there, basically.
All I did is I went down and retrieved Irina's body.
Okay.
Rold is just like scarily silent right now.
Not the doors.
Stops for a moment here.
Are you letting everybody else catch up?
Not just
I
that.
had to
I
teleport
do.
him.
I do have an actual plan.
Yeah, I don't
Where's
know why
Brad?
the doors aren't working.
I'm catching up. Give me a second.
Kazrin, I need the house room, just to myself.
He takes the house rune from his bag and gives it to Rold.
Rold's going to set it on the ground right here.
I got you.
I'm going to go back to Barovia for a moment to see to it that the proper rites are done.
God, they've moved everything. Ah! House key, house 5. Here you go.
You do not have to follow me unless you wish. I need to see this through. And with that, Rold is going to... Can I enter the house room, please? It won't let me in.
Click on it. Maybe near
Tried. Clicking didn't work.
it. Uh-oh. This is not good.
Touching it also did not work.
All right, I will bring you. Hold on.
Yeah, just
Hold on.
just pull me to Barovia.
There are no longer any actions. Oh yeah, there is. Trigger to house 5 room. Update.
Work now?
Let me try moving the tile.
Yeah, that might help.
Try now.
Nope, nothing. Nothing doing.
Do one more.
Oh, there we go. It's because it was at a weird angle, probably.
Yeah, you
My
have to be able
character-
to step on it apparently. So
Yeah, so my token couldn't... Oh, and I'm still there. My view is still at the maze. At the manor.
Mining. Oh, I'm humongous.
Well, might as well go. Better than being split up with the cult looking for us.
I'm gonna like stand guard, I guess, with Gero over the rune.
Jacob,
Oh,
help. I need pulled to the right battle map. I can't see it.
1 second,
Oh,
my
no,
map
this is a
screwed up
mistake.
too.
Yeah, this might have been a mistake because I'm stuck in the house and my token's not even here.
The important thing is I'm meeting
You're there.
new
You're just
people.
outside the wall.
We have
Interesting.
fun, don't we?
Yeah, this is why this is the main reason why I wanted to say I said I
know what?
wanted to go solo.
I
So
know
I could
why
find the
you're-
bugs.
Fair enough.
Still eating them. Alright, so tiles have been changed a little bit, so we're gonna have to move the teleportation rune.
Okay.
There's a permanent Kazrin stuck there, so I don't know how to fix that. I think that might just be rendered on my end, though. Hopefully.
Maybe.
You need to be pulled here.
Yes, I do. Can't see.
Just gonna
As
make
do
it
I.
really big.
Oh god, not the beginning.
Beginning.
Alright.
You do have a permanent Kazrin. How did you do that?
I moved his token. The tile is doing something weird with the tokens.
Oh god, and I can't load the street either.
My token may be in the house, but how do I get there?
Oh wait, there I am. Never mind. My token didn't make it through, I did.
I have the opposite effect.
Quit navigating so much. I need to fix things.
I'm just gonna
Ever.
sit here until things get figured out.
So there's a
Yeah,
new. They replaced levels, and I'm trying to figure out where they put it. So V14 introduced its own like height
Wait a
levels.
bit. Oh, I can move. I'm fine. I'm just waiting.
Michaela, are you wanting to follow too?
No, I'm standing guard with Gero.
Okay.
Well, it's Vexley's this one, right? Up here.
Yes. I believe so.
Alright.
Let's hope that
I was
one
just
works.
Yeah. Let's see. Loading, hang on.
Okay, after changing settings and
my
going
token
back,
went through, I
Kazrin's
did
thing is
not.
gone.
There we go. Okay. Alright, I'm here.
Let's see. He is the church. Right. All right.
A lot of lag.
I
Plan
may
a
be stuck on
slideshow.
Forge.
Oh, there's 2 rolls.
There are 2 rolls.
The ghost
This is
of
gonna be a bad
Bloodbath.
screen for people with toasters.
Let me get rid of the weather. I just gotta figure out where it went.
Rolled approaches Dr. Vexley.
Ah, Rold! How are you doing today?
He just silently stares while holding Irina's corpse.
He kind of
Why is the fog still here?
he stops after he says that and he says,
I'm not sure what to make of this. What is going on, Rold?
There was a few I don't even know how long anymore. This is Irina Dunlap. She passed away due to being poisoned in Vlaki. Her body was not given the proper rites. I was wondering if you would know anyone who could give them to her.
Well, I do operate in a church here. We have a graveyard here. But I will need some time to prepare. If you wouldn't mind, take that bedroom to the right. Lay her down, and when you come back, I should have everything prepared.
Thank you. This bedroom, Felix?
This one here. Here.
Okay. Rolled very carefully sets down Irina's body. Or turning and shutting the door behind him. I'm sorry to trouble you like this, friend. Just do what you need to do to make sure she gets the rest she so deserves.
Absolutely. You can trust me, Rold. I'll make sure she's taken care of with the utmost care.
The cult of the Heartstone seeks to break my seal. They want to make a monster out of me, to drive my party apart. They have made a monster. But not the one they wanted. And with that, Rold's just going to leave. Let's regroup with the others. And head back to the Mage's Tower. And I don't have a token here. Just pull me back to Skeletina if you'd be so kind, Felix.
Here, though. It's okay. I think I know what's going on.
Oh, did he put the house rune down and set the... I was
The
standing outside.
teleporters are not. They're duplicating the tokens wrong, apparently. So, great.
Okay.
I'm just gonna bring everybody back while that's being fixed.
Yeah, because
run. Oh, sorry. Forgot you were. All right, so I don't even know why we just came back to this. Are we leaving here to head back to? Oh, I just remembered. Rob.
Yeah.
I need you to recreate the Inconsequentials token on the Barovia map because
You deleted it.
it bugged out. It just disappeared when I was moving it, and then I couldn't figure out how to put it back. Oh, that's how I do it. Never mind, I got it.
Hey, Felix. Quick question. About how in-ground are these benches here?
What do you mean?
Like, are they planted in the ground, or are they just on top of it?
They're just on top.
Would I be able to pick up this one?
We can imagine you do.
Yeah. So, for RP reasons, Skeletina and Kazarin are going to be very familiar with this noise, but as Rold walks away, there is a crackling sound emanates from him as he picks up this bench here and then just chucks it through the window into the ballroom.
As you do that, break open the window. It flies over where Arena was, and you can see the top of her head through the back of the window.
Let's go. And Rold is no longer. The poison that flows through his veins slows down again. Did we...
All right, so are y'all leaving the property now?
Yep.
Gazran, don't forget to pick up the rune.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I cited in narration
Oh.
text.
Oh, I just saw that. Ignore
be
me
hon-
then.
To be honest with y'all, I do not pay attention to that unless it's a battle time because I have so much that I'm doing. So anytime
Yeah.
y'all talk in there, it's more than likely going to end up missed. All right, so we're going back to the Barovia map. Let me replace y'all. Oh, the token's there.
Woo!
Cool.
Back to the mage.
All right, so you'll start making your way through.
I never should have given you anything to work with, Felix.
As you're traveling through, you're walking down the path, and you see a familiar face.
Rold motions for the rest of the group to kind of stay put while he approaches. So, Dunlap, is that you?
He looks up when he hears footsteps, and he seems to be sitting. He doesn't stand, he just looks. His eyes move across the party face to face. And when they reach E-roll, they stop. He doesn't look afraid. He doesn't look angry. He looks like a man who has been waiting for something he doesn't know how to ask for and isn't sure that he deserves. He says nothing for a moment, and then he says, "I heard you were traveling with us." His voice is rough from disuse. Not threatening, just rough. Didn't know if it was true. Figured I'd wait and see. He looked back down at his hands, and he looks back up at you and he says, "I've been trying to find her, Marina." He says it carefully, like it cost something. They told me in Valaki she passed, that it was something that happened at an orphanage. Nobody'd give me a straight answer about where they put her. Nobody'd look me in the eye when I asked. Pauses for a moment. Figured if anybody knew, it might be you. You were with her at the farm. Finally looks back up directly at you. I know I don't have any right to ask you for anything. He says it simply, not as a preamble to a request. This is a fact I've had a long time to sit with.
Rold silently approaches. His face is hard, but his eyes are soft. We recently recovered her body. The funeral preparations are being made in Barovia. Find the church, ask for Dr. Elias Vexley. Tell him that I sent you. He'll welcome you in. And make sure she gets this. And Rold reaches into his bag before carefully taking out Sir Fluff and holding the plushie out to Irina's father. Take this and make sure that I can't carry this weight anymore.
He nods and he slowly accepts the plushie. He says, "You know, made this for her. I also made one for his sister. This is Sir Fluff. And her sister's is Sir Whiskers. You know, I woke up in the earth and pulled myself out of the ground. I don't even remember dying. I just remember the farm, and whenever y'all had brought Arena back, and then everything went dark and cold soil. And then I remember pushing my hands upward in the air that tasted like the first breath I'd ever taken. I walked back to the house, empty. Walked back to the town. People looked at me the way that something that shouldn't be there. Heard about Arena from someone at the end. It was secondhand, so it was uncertain. Just that a girl had died at the orphanage, and then there'd been some trouble and the body wasn't found. I've been walking since then, not towards anything specific, just moving, because every time I stopped, I had to think about the fact that she was still alive when I last saw her, and I was the reason that she was in that orphanage in the first place. I don't know what I'd do. What's that?
You are not the only one at fault. I swore I'd do my best to protect her. I didn't get there with enough time.
She
But
deserved. Go ahead.
Our penance now is to live with this mistake, and to make sure that to make sure that any wrongs are righted.
So he kind of sits with that thought for a moment. I'm ashamed that it was too late for me to find her. I was hoping she'd still be alive, and maybe I'd have a chance to undo what I have done to my family. Something in his face goes very still. Not grief exactly, more like the last door closing on a room he was hoping was still open. Tell me, was it true what happened in Valaki?
Which part?
What the nun did?
It was. She has already been sentenced to death for her crimes. I saw her execution personally.
Right. You know, you took care of her after the cave and talked about you. I don't remember much about between when I died and when I woke up. I remember bits of her. She seemed sad, or she said you seemed sad and gave you something. She told me that story like it was the best thing she'd done. I'm glad she had someone. He looks away. I'm glad it was somebody who... I'm glad it was you.
Rold nods. It's not too late for you either, friend. And Rold sets a rough hand on his shoulder. We both have our mountains to climb now. Maybe one day, you and I can meet again. But I am afraid I do have important business. Stay safe. For Arena's sake.
I will try to do better, Rold.
That is all I ask of you. Rold's gonna motion for the party that they're okay to start coming along before continuing onward.
Skeletina's gonna stop by Dunlap. May Saren Ray's light guide you, and then walk past.
So as y'all continue on, go back to the map.
Rob
Y'all-
is making sure his mic is working.
It is. It's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
maybe it
assume
is.
y'all are going to make your way around Valaki again?
Yeah, it's probably for the
Yeah.
best. They've got agents and shit there.
All right. Travel along the road. Nothing
We're still
else.
technically wanted.
Yeah, technically, yeah. So, hold on. Where was it? That one's done. So, since nobody's really talking much back on the way to Callus Sanctum, you notice that the stone is warm, and whoever carries it, not uncomfortably so, just present, breathing, and doing something quietly, purposeful that none of them have, or that no one has words for. Skeletina, you feel it most acutely, not the warmth, not the change, not the warmth, but the change in the network. And you notice that as you get closer to the sanctum, you notice that it's getting stronger. Let's see. So you make your way back. Pull up the scene. Latina, Kazran, Yarrow, Glorio. Start making your way back, and before you even get a chance to open the door, it just swings open. Calith opens the door himself, which he never seems to do. It's like he was expecting you. And the first thing he looks at is not the party, it's the stone, and his eyes find it immediately, register what it has become, and something in his face that has been held carefully in place for a long time loosened slightly at the edges. He steps back to let you in, and he then, moves over to a clear space.
Are we meant to still be on the Barovia map?
I'm
Yeah.
about to pull y'all in.
Okay.
Alright.
He reaches out and he asks for the stone.
Who's carrying it?
You
Is it
are.
me again?
You are?
Yeah, of course it is. Rolled. Rolled just wordlessly hands the stone over. His left hand is still a little bloodied, but it's not. He hands it over with his right and then pulls back, grasping at his left. Or pulling away.
All right. Second. So he takes it. He walks over to the part of the room. And he sits there for a second. And he says, "You found what it needed. I can't imagine what it might have costed. Seems that you all seem a little bit saddened on your return."
A tale in a moment. For now, let us prove that this was all not for nothing.
So he sits there and he begins to work in silence. As you sit there and watch, he's not performing for you. It's different from every other version of this process. He's genuinely privately working, clearing the ritual space, drawing the final circle with a precision that borders on obsessive. Each bark checked and rechecked, the spacing verified 3 times, the Heartstone dust applied to specific points in the pattern with a brush he uses for nothing else. At some point, without looking up from the circle, how did it happen?
There. We came across a manor full of automatons, the owner of which offered to help us. He did indeed, even if he didn't know it. But it took a sacrifice. A soul thought lost, brought back, now well and truly gone, to open the way back for the princess.
So,
We even have some notes of the process. And a letter that I feel you would be interested in.
Oh, the letter I have?
Yes.
very well. So, how did what actually brought the stone back?
One of the automatons was alive, powered by a different soul. I don't understand how, but perhaps because they were both powered by Heartstones, she was able to revive Irina, show her the way back to consciousness. But
Interesting.
Roll just kind of silently shrinks into himself.
So it seems like whatever the automaton was the only one that could. A Heartstone consciousness, even a constructed one, can perceive the network in ways the living can't. Didn't charge the stone, she found what was lost inside in the network and showed it where to go. He sets down the brush. It's not something I designed for, and it's not something I could have designed for. It's quiet for another moment. She chose it. Not to anyone specifically. That matters. Changes the nature of what comes back. He places the stone at the center of the circle. This part is not complicated, not technically. The complexity is everything that came before this. What happens now is stone does what it has always been built to do. We simply make room for it. He looks at the party. Stand at the edge of the circle. Don't cross it. Whatever you see, whatever happens, don't cross it. Not from alarm, not from joy. Let it complete. And he steps to the outer portion of the circle.
There's 2 Gyros.
Yes, there is. I'll delete one.
Yarrow army.
Not dramatic at first. The stone brightens gradually, the way a room brightens when someone can open a curtain, or when someone opens a curtain. The light quality changes before the intensity does. The circle responds. The marks Caliph drew, picking up the light and carrying it, running it around the circumference until the whole circle is lit from within. Skeletina, you will feel the network respond. Every Heartstone, shard, and Barovia, every fragment, every piece, every dust-coated remnant, in places no one ever visited in decades, pulses simultaneously, once as if something vast has taken a breath. The stone cracks, not catastrophically. A single clean fracture down one face, hairline thin, through which the light inside escapes and fills the room. The light is not golden, not purple. It is a specific color of something that has been many things and is in the process of becoming one thing. It has no exact name. Then it resolves. You slowly start to see. Let me get my handouts. It's not there. It's upcoming story. You start to see it taking stone formation. Continues to grow.
That's creepy.
And then you finally see a Lyra standing before you. Alira's face, exactly right. The specific angle of her jaw, the way her hair falls, the precise shape of her. She is real, solid. Her chest rises and falls with breath that sounds like the first breath of something that has been very still for a long time. She's wearing nothing that she arrived with. There's nothing to arrive with. What the stone built is her, only her, exactly her. And she stands in the circle with her eyes still closed and her hands slightly open at her sides, like someone in the moment before the wake. Or before they wake. She opens her eyes. They are her color. Exactly right. And then, for just a moment, half a heartbeat, gone so fast that you might not agree on whether you saw or not, they are something else. Something that has seen everything in the network everything the network contains. Something old and vast and barely squeezable into a single pair of eyes. Then hers again. He looks at her hands. She turns them over slowly, the way you examine something you have been told belongs to you, but have not yet confirmed yourself. She looks at the inside of her wrists, and the lines there. She presses 2 fingers to her own pulse, finds it, and her expression changes. Something registering, something being noted. She looks up. She looks at the party, one face at a time, moving slowly and carefully, the way you look at things when everything is new and you're trying to take inventory. She finds Rold's face, and she stays there for a moment. Something is happening behind her eyes. Not recognition exactly, but the shape of recognition. The ghost of it. He looks at Caliph. Hello, he says. Her voice is right, the cadence is right, everything about it is right, except for the fact that she says it in a way that someone says a word they have learned from description rather than use. Correctly, but without the unconscious ease of someone who has said it 10,000 times. I think, she says carefully, that I was supposed to be here. She looks at the space around her, the circle, the sanctum, the clutter of a lifetime's work pressed into insufficient space. I don't know what here is, she adds, but I think I was supposed to be in it. Caliph has not moved. He is standing exactly where he stood when he began the ritual at the edge of the circle, and his hands are at his sides, and he's very still in a way that people are still when they are absorbing something they were not prepared for. He prepared for this. He's been preparing for this for months. He thought he knew the shape of it. He looks at her face, and what he sees there, or rather what he does not see there, rearranges something in the architecture of what he believed he was doing. He steps over the circle's edge, and he crouches slightly to be closer to her level, looking at her directly. What is your name? He asks. He considers this with genuine interest rather than confusion. It is not a distressing question for her. It is a fascinating one. I don't know, he says. Is that unusual? Callus says, for most people, yes. She says, seems to file it away. What was I called before? He replies, Alira. She tries it, moves her mouth around the sound of it. That's a name someone else had, she says.
not accusingly as an observation. I could tell because it doesn't fit quite right, like wearing a coat that was made for someone with different shoulders. He looks at Caliph. Who was she? Room sits quiet. Caliph straightens and he looks to the party, at each of them, quickly reading the room, and then he looks at the stone, the shattered vessel at the center of the circle, and the ash around it, and he understands what he's looking at. He understands what he did and did not get back. He does not fall apart, but he does go and sit on the nearest available surface. Let me see. He goes and sits on a chest. Not the chair that he seemed to have been around earlier. He does not have what he needs to bring the chair closer, and he puts his hands on his knees and looks at the floor briefly. Then he looks up. Her name was Alira, he says. She appeared one day in a kingdom that needed a princess. Tried very hard to be a person. He was, many ways that matter, genuinely one. Didn't know what she was. I'm not even certain knowing would have helped her. He pauses. She's not here anymore. What is here is something I don't have a name for yet, something the stone made from what was left, something real. He looks at her directly. I intend to bring her back. I thought I could. I was wrong about what was possible, and I am sorry. To her, wherever she is, and all of you, for not knowing sooner. He has been listening to this with complete attention. She asks, was she good? He replies, I think she was trying to be. Might be the same thing. He nods her head, processing. She says, I would like to know more about her. Later, when I've adjusted to being here, is that acceptable? He nods his head and he says, yes. He looks at the party again. She saved Rolled for last. You, she says, not unkindly. You were crying earlier. Or not earlier, but before. Somewhere before here. He tilts her head. I saw you while I was coming back. I didn't understand what I was seeing, but I saw it. You were holding something small. She's not fully certain why she is telling him this. She tells him anyways because is there. He's not yet learned the habit of not saying things. She says, I think you loved it. Whatever it was. She looks at the place in the room. Or she looks around the room, and then she looks back at Rolled. She does not know grief, but something in her, something the stone is made from, something Arena showed the way to, is looking at Rolled with an attention that is not curiosity and it is not recognition. It's something that might become empathy if it's given time. Sorry, she says. I don't know exactly what for, but I think I should be. At some point after the initial conversation settles, after the room has begun to breathe normally again, she looks at Skeletina. Not the way she looked at the others, differently. The processing delay that preceded each other look is absent. She looks at Skeletina immediately and directly without the quality of someone cataloging something new. Quality is closer to recognition. She doesn't say anything about it at first. She tilts her head slightly. Looks away and begins asking Caliph a practical question. Where am I? What room is this? How do the pipes work around here? Caliph answers her questions individually. But now that they've gotten past that conversation, and everybody's processing everything, she moves to stand next to Skeletina again. Not speaking, not demanding, just near. After a moment, she says, You feel like I feel, she says quietly. Not exactly, but similar, like looking at a word in a language I don't speak, but recognizing the shape of the letters. Looks at her own hands, and then she looks back to Skeletina. That's strange to say. He looks at Skeletina.
I would say not. We have a familiarity that others might not understand.
I think we might be the same kind of thing. I don't know what that is, but I think you do.
I would say I do, but I do not fully understand it yet.
What do you understand?
I understand that I was brought back and I have a deep connection to the Heartstones. And the form I knew you as before also had that connection to the Heartstones. And now you are back, and that connection still remains.
She nods her head and she seems to stop and she looks over at Giara. She walks over to him and she says, "Hey, who are you?" Rob?
My fucking microphone just keeps disabling itself. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm but a knight.
Just a night. What is your name?
Giaro.
Then she looks over at Gloria. You're small. Who are you?
I'm Gloria. I play music.
What is music?
Kind of like this. Play classic. I lost my pick. I can't play Johnny Cash. I'm sure you've heard it before.
I've never heard sounds like that before. Everything is new.
Whoa.
Her eyes widen in shock, and she's like enamored by it. She goes over and she tries to touch the instrument.
I let her.
She plucks at a few strings and she kind of giggles at it. She finds it fascinating. And she then stops and she turns around and she looks to Kazran. And who are you?
I am Kazran. I'm a witch.
A witch? What is a witch?
A witch is a person who's essentially signed a contract with an eldritch being. It wasn't exactly my choice. He lifts his hat and takes pebbles out, but he did leave me this bird.
She looks up at the bird and her eyes widen. She says, "Bird." And she just reaches like she wants to touch it.
He puts pebbles onto his arm and holds him out. He should be friendly, mostly.
She touches it curiously, but she doesn't quite understand what it is, but she seems timid in the way that she touches it. And then she stops and she looks back at Rold. She walks over and she says, "You must be Rold. You You seem sad.
Yes, though no, it is no fault of your own. We have had a long journey to get here.
She nods her head, and then she looks around to the rest of the room. Caliph rubs his face for a moment. He looks around. Well, I'm not sure which direction to go from here, but I recommend whatever you do, you don't... The cult will probably be looking for her, since they know the ritual is complete. But can't guarantee that I alone can keep her safe. After all, they did return here previously. But maybe, perhaps, if your group kept hold of her, she might learn something. And there's... I can't place what it is, but there's memories that... I mean, she doesn't seem like she has memory of everything, but there's certain things that she does recall. But maybe, you know, maybe if y'all give her more exposure to what's out there, she might be able to recall something important. She'll find who she is. Or maybe she'll just be who she is now.
I will say something similar happened to me, so I do believe if we take her with us, then maybe she might regain her memories back.
Well, whatever you decide to do, I'm not sure where you're gonna go from here, but I do have word that there's some disturbing situations that are happening up in Kresk. It's northwest of Valaki, and there might be some troubles along the path. I'm not quite sure what they are, but over in Kresk, there's the cult seems to be looking for something. They're also taking from the townspeople, and they're just doing some very disheartening things. I recommend you go there next. I just make sure you don't go looking like yourselves. Not that anybody really knows what the Inconsequentials look like, but maybe giving less of an opportunity to be noticed would be a good thing.
That is very wise. A thing before we go. And then Rold reaches into his bag and pulls out the notes. These are all the notes we found at the manor.
I'll hand over the letter as well.
Actually, Skeletina, I need this. Rold's going to take the letter back, unfurl it, and then read it aloud to the party.
Caleth is gonna kind of sit back and cross his arms. He's gonna kind of furrow his brows a little bit. So, they knew the entire time. Okay, how... The better question is how? How do they know? What are they tracking? How are they tracking you? And then he stops and he reaches over and he looks at the notes and he opens it. And he stops and he kind of looks shocked. He's flipping through it, reading through it. He says, "These notes are on you. All of you. Rold, you've got 3 pages." But he scans through it and he summarizes it. It says something about your brand. It's arcane work, old and applied under duress. It's not decorative, and it was not punitive.
Whoever said it expected it to be dead, or is expected to be dead if it failed. You've been able to move what you should not be able to move twice at second hand, once at first. There's no muscle for it. The strength is not in the arm. Talking about how you step down from leading the others, and they still turn to you when things go wrong. The doctor didn't believe that you knew this. Also mentions that you carry a doll that you've carried since Valaki. You hadn't since taken it out, and then it goes over to Skeletina. Yeah, Skeletina, you got 5 pages in here, and he summarizes it. Coming across it says that you hear something. It's confirmed, and you don't know what you're hearing until the doctor says so, and that you're on the diagram. I don't know what diagram he's speaking of. Some kind of map. The reading is strong, steady, and does not vary with your distance from many of the stones that he's been able to locate. He says his conclusion is that when the network goes, you will die with it. That he'll tell you, but he doesn't think that you believed him, which is the correct response to hearing such a thing from a stranger, and does not alter the reading. Talks about how you're the goddess, or the sun goddess cleric, that you're undead, and not one of the other 5 of your group find this remarkable, but he finds it extraordinary. Kazrin, seems that he asks the question that others have not yet, or that you asked him questions that others did not. But you asked him nothing, or asked the doctor nothing on the tour, but looked at everything. It seems like he noticed some kind of journal that you carry of a dead woman, and that you've read it in front of people. Constitutionally frail. If he wanted you out of room, he wouldn't need to touch you. And you have ghosts, plural. Now you speak to them in the way the man speaks to anything. Asha. It's got notes on Asha, just a couple of pages. And it just talks about how she's the fastest, first to move every time, and moves before she has finished deciding why. She also carries a Heartstone. She was not chosen to carry it, she simply has it, and nobody's discussed it in front of the doctor. She says she is inconsequential. It means it. That's not modesty, it's load-bearing, and doesn't want to lean on it. Glorio, he says you're the smallest and softest. And the reason why the other 5 are still functional. Carry a piece of unburied wood for some reason, but don't say why. It says you got that in Weeping Woods, it sounds like. If you get harmed, the unit doesn't fracture, it hardens. Inefficient. Gyaro. It seems like you hold the money. Wait, nobody told me you hold money. We could have used that. But his notes say that tells you who the party trusts and is not who leads. You weren't yourself on arrival. Your pupils seemed restricted or dilated. He said he's seen the compound before and it's not local. Refused the name. That you refused the name that you were offered, and he would very much like to know what the name, or he very much wanted to know what the name was. His last and final note in here in the last page, it says they come tonight. The gallery, then the kennel, then the cold room, then the hall. The order matters. Each of them is a question. But he didn't expect to be present for the... I can't really make much of his notes. It seems like he's been keeping track of y'all for a long time. It doesn't say how or who's telling him, but it seems like he knows about your group very intimately.
Knowledge or not, it does not change what we need to do. And there were some things about the doctor I personally noticed. Whenever he spoke, he grabbed at the tuning fork. Looked like it was made of obsidian. Might be important. Maybe I'll wrest it from him and see what tunes I can make him play.
He kind of furrows his brow again and he says, a tuning fork. He looks over and he grabs a piece of paper and he starts writing on it. He shows a diagram that is exactly what you saw on him. He says, is this what it looked like?
Yes, down to the letter.
He stops for a moment. He walks over to a bookshelf, and he pulls out a book that reads items of the occult. And he comes back over and he sits down and he starts thumbing through it. He stops on a page that has the tuning fork, and he
Interesting.
says, "Oh, that's interesting." So it seems like these automatons that he was trying to bring to life, it seems like this is something that people have tried to do before, and this tuning fork is a way for them to maintain a hold on anything that is brought to life with a Heartstone. It manages to originally, if you just brought something back with the Heartstone, it becomes violent, and agitated, and angry. That seems to be most things, but when the tuning fork is near, the holder manages to make it remain tame and calm. Doesn't say that there's anybody who's actually been able to circumvent this aggressiveness, but it seems like whoever the automaton was that brought back the princess here, it seems like he managed to surpass that with her, because from my understanding, he wasn't present whenever y'all had encountered her.
I tried to hold him, but it seemed he escaped.
It seems like perhaps if you had wandered into other parts of the manor. Did you wander into other parts of the manor?
No, we went for what was necessary. The door locked behind us, but there may be a way in now.
Well, perhaps it's a good idea that you didn't go in there, because these creatures tend to be very powerful with their aggression. And there's no telling which one of them would come to life in there with him absent and come after you. I would not recommend going back.
Believe me, if I were to return to that accursed place, it would be to reduce it to naught but rubble.
Well, nonetheless, that is behind you now, and perhaps whatever the cult is looking for in Krisk, maybe it's something that they don't want used against them. Maybe it's something that you could use. Knowledge, stones, whatever the case may be.
It also could be something that they are looking to use to empower themselves. I've heard many a fable like that.
Very much so.
In any case, we have reason to go after them now. Myself especially, and Rold's going to reveal the cut on his left hand. This
He's-
marks an ancient tradition observed by my homeland. A blood feud.
Well,
They wanted a monster. They're getting one.
very well. Well, as it stands, seems like there's a lot of work to do, and I'm sure there's a lot of troubles that are going to be ahead of you. Again, I don't know what they're looking for at Kresk, but perhaps if you talk to the people, you can get them to help you figure it out. It's more of a commoner village. Not very many people there are wealthy or powerful, or more people just trying to get by and make a living. So seek out who you can and try and find out what you can.
Thank you. For everything.
He would nod his head, and he'd look over to Alira. And Alira, I hope that you come to find what you have lost. It's clear now that none of us really understand what the Philosopher's Stone is capable of, but perhaps its secrets can be unveiled the longer you're with us. And she tilts her head, and she kind of nods a little bit. She doesn't seem to fully understand or grasp what he's talking about. Then she grows curious. She says, what is a Philosopher's Stone? He says, well, that's what you are. That's what you embody. You are from a Philosopher's Stone. We went through a lot to make it possible to bring you back, and now you're here, but the rest we don't understand. But I'm sure it'll come clear in due time. And she nods her head. Well, I suppose you better be off. No need to have the cult of the Heartstone coming here to find you. The longer you stay, the worse that might be for you.
That is true. You stay safe now.
You as well.
As we're turning to leave, Rold is going to run a hand through his hair and shift his hair and armor out of the way of his brand, putting it on full display. Time to go.
All right. Everybody makes their way back to the map. And that's where we will leave it for now. We got through a lot more than I thought we would in 2 hours. I put a lot of effort into making all of this possible, especially the last week. I actually redid that manor and put the whole tour and all the, like, I know there wasn't like proper shading for the cylinders and stuff like that. I didn't have time for it, but like I placed all those tiles and did all kinds of things the past week to make that tour what it was. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know there wasn't a lot of like action for y'all, but this was a lot of like the story coming together and like branching into what everything is, means, does, and bringing some things together. But I definitely do have a lot that's going to be planned coming up. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too much reading for y'all.
That was fun.
It was pretty good.
Jacob.
It was nice to just chill for a bit.
How you feeling, Rolf?
You. Oh. Oh God.
I told you I was going to make you feel things.
I want you to know, for the bit I did as Rolled, where it sounded like he was close to tears, I only had to like half voice act that. I knew as soon as I saw as soon as it clicked that was Arena, I'm like, oh no, she's gonna have to die.
See,
She's gonna have to die again.
there were
Our
two
DM
sides
is a
of that.
bastard.
There were two sides of that coin because you saw her in the crypt, so you didn't think that she was an automaton, but all along she was already an automaton, and he was waiting to reveal that to you.
Oh god, if I get my hands on that doctor, I'm going to take that tuning fork and stick it where the sun don't shine. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll punt him a bit. Show him some height difference.
Yeah, part of this.
Asshole for just slipping him out the window, sir.
Yeah, asshole moves.
Yeah, Felix needed that guy alive. That's the only reason why he got to escape. Otherwise, there would have been a very small stain in that house.
I was trying to see if Rob was paying attention, but he wasn't, and I was like, you know what?
No, I was. I literally fucking followed him as you ran off with him.
Oh, I didn't see you even follow him.
Yeah, I followed him.
Oh, that must have been a sync issue.
And then I went in the room and talked to Kazrin, but apparently my mic wasn't working again.
Yeah, I never saw you move whenever I moved him.
Yeah, I moved. I saw you move him. I was like, you sneaky little shit, and I started moving.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. Like, I would have let you catch him. That's unfortunate. Because y'all might have... that would have made some interesting improv because I did not plan on y'all catching him or even blocking the door. I actually had nothing planned for if y'all had kept him there. So if y'all had, I would have had to improv the entire thing.
I was waiting for my opportunity because I was imagining Rold was gonna run up and like punch him in the face, and I was gonna have Gyaro stop Rold and just punch him in the face himself.
I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not doubting your armor or anything here, Rob, but a pissed off Rold is not something you want to be on the wrong side of, as we've seen several times.
But yeah, I also, in this, like, arena, I wanted to put her to rest in a way that she was also a hero. And
that was a nice touch.
It was something that was like, okay, she's at peace, we can let her rest now, kind of thing. So I'm very happy with that. I'm really happy with how everything went. I tried not to lead it too much and to like lock it into any kind of direction, but it was definitely a very interesting experience, and I'm glad that y'all got both to see what happened with Arena and Alira in the same scope, like in the same 2-hour session. That made me really happy that y'all got to see what the result was, because both were completely unexpected. I imagine y'all saw none of this coming.
No. And I think I didn't have the prayer of last rites when she died, so it was nice to be able to say that for her, because I think I had the prayer for innocence, I believe.
Yeah, that's the one you did, was Prayer of Innocence.
Or prayer for it.
Yeah, there were some things that I had to improv and kind of change, because like I have worked on this script so many times in the past 2 weeks, and then I've actually been working on this story with Arena. Like originally, Arena and Alira were both separate things, and I had planned this with Arena before Alira had even died, and then I realized I could bring them together and have this beautiful scene that came together. I just, I figured I'd give y'all something real deep with emotion, with some stuff that kind of like gives you hints of where everything can go. Like, now y'all know y'all are being watched, and the cult is really after you, and there's all these different things that now you got to pay attention to, that you're probably going to pay attention to. And then now also Blorio's aware that he's still carrying that piece of bark and he doesn't know why. That's up for him to decide. It's whatever you do with it, Blorio.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll message you.
Other than that, I am putting a lot of work and development into Kresk. I'm hoping to have most of it done in 2 weeks. But it is a big town. We're talking about 7 different segments. So there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of actors. I'm working on networking them together, having connections. There's going to be quests for y'all to do. There's going to be sneaky things. There's going to be fun things. And then once y'all get through that town, and you get back on the road's really where y'all's relief kind of comes in, or anytime y'all bring in Pick, it's where the comedy kind of comes, you know, and that's mostly where you'll experience stuff like that. But there's quite a lot to do. But yeah, glad everybody enjoyed it. Hopefully I gave y'all a lot of answers in this session and a lot more questions.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad instead of group tech problems, it was all just me tech problems this time.
With that, does anybody have any comments, questions, concerns?
Surely now my torment will end, now that what you've been using to torment me with is gone, right? Right?
I mean, we'll see who you can become fond of in the future.
So Rold cannot have any relationships whatsoever. Got it.
Freaking Jacob's fucking evil.
I mean, who knows who's going to have any kind of attachment to any character, but if I notice that there's something, like the whole thing about this is like emotion gets you invested in the story. So if I see that y'all demonstrate any kind of emotion or any kind of interest in one direction or another, I'm going to dive into that. And that's one reason why I'm taking transcripts too, is so that I can analyze and figure out, okay, well, there was this moment that, let's say, Skeletina was really interested in something, or Rold, or Kazrin. You know, there's things we're going to continue to dive into. Everything y'all put in, I'm going to be editing live and branching off of and creating things. That's the whole idea. And I've been making a tool the last couple of weeks that makes it so that I can do this more efficiently and rapidly. Like I can make these stories and I can put things together, but a lot of like how the story comes together is me. I figure out which direction everything can go, and I plot it, plan it, and hook it, and then put it into play. And I've been waiting like 2 months for this for y'all. I've been excited about this for a while.
Well, I'll also say this, Felix.
Uh-huh.
If you wanted me to have a even better reason to want to curb stomp the Call to the Heartstone into Oblivion, congratulations, you have that.
Wait, can I go back to that mansion and take the dog?
Brad, as much as I would also like to save the robot dog, it's probably actively hostile now that the dude with the tuning fork isn't there. If we get the tuning fork, maybe.
The tuning fork.
What's going to be interesting is I do have some curveballs coming, and the only hint I'll give you is that something that you thought was a joke is going to actually turn really serious.
No.
The Shrek?
You're going to be like, what the fuck, man? Like, I did not expect this. But I'm like weaving all these different threads together and just like making it come to life. It's fun. Like, I enjoy doing this for y'all and making a story. And I actually plan on like this being like a little mini series, and maybe even one day, you know, and it's going to be all of us creating it together. Like, it might actually become its own little book that people can read, telling the whole story of the Inconsequentials. So I think it'd be cool. I've got plans. I've got ideas.
Yeah, plans and ideas.
But other than that, I ain't got anything else for y'all. If there's anything more y'all'd like to see, if there's anything that y'all really enjoyed about the scenes, or, you know, something that you notice could use improvement, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll always take constructive criticism and try to figure out how to do even better. That's my whole goal, is to keep getting better with this every time we have a session. But y'all definitely should see some really good things in the future.
Yeah, no, if I see that dwarf again, first thing I'm doing is I am going to just grab him and lift him up, take the tuning fork, and then see just how aerodynamic he is. Oh god. Well, the Heartstone, like you said, the Heartstone was trying to make Rolled into a monster. Unfortunately, they did. Alright. I gotta dip and finish getting ready for work.
Okie dokie. Hope I
Y'all
gave
have a
you a
good
lot
one.
to think about during work.
Oh, don't worry, my brain just kind of goes on autopilot at work. Afterwards, though, oh boy. Alright, catch you later.
Will do.
Do we have to go buy drinks?
All right, everybody. It's been real. It's been fun. It's also been real fun. We'll catch you on the next time
Oh, he's
we
not?
have an Echoes of the Heartstone. It should be a couple of weeks, but hope everybody has a good day. Hope you enjoy.